Hello, Wadikani. Welcome to the Children's Chimurenga. Thank you for joining me, Rosemary, today. Today I wanted to talk about vitality and life force energy and how we can use the level of our vitality, our assessment of how much we feel like we are living and animating this body to the most artistic and energetic degree, to help us to see where there might be deficits in our energetic existence, in our lives, in our psychology, in our emotions, in our physical body that need to be healed, or blockages that need to be removed in order for us to step into the fullness of being incarnate in this incredible human body, it's like a robot. this thing, this sacred meat that moves, that is animated by our spirit. And we see people doing amazing things with their sacred meat. Olympians, kung fu masters, yoga practitioners, gymnasts, people, when you sit and you watch TV, athletes, football players, and you think, wow, how do they do that? That's so amazing. And yet they have the same body that we do. They have a meat machine that is animated by spirit. And the only difference between them and us is the practice of discipline and love and passion for whatever they are dedicating the use of their meat machine to, and the connection and discipline and love and nurturing of the meat machine, which may not seem like the over indulgent love and nurturing that we often mistake love and nurturing for. So when we comfort eat, for example, or use substances of addiction, or just sit on our phones scrolling, sludging around the sofa, we can feel that we are, taking care of ourselves, giving our meat machine a bit of rest, a bit of, a few nice things to enjoy because we deserve it. But actually we're using those things as distraction. So we are falsely giving our meat machine sorry, it's just going to be called that for the rest of the video. I can't do anything about it. We're falsely giving our meat machine hits of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitting substance in the brain that gives us feelings of pleasure, joy, a bit of a buzz. But that dopamine buzz, or buzzes that come from other neurotransmitters, such as the endogenous endorphins, are more sustainably and more helpfully acquired through disciplined action. So eating correctly, eating well, exercise, the dedication of oneself to a practice that brings us spiritual growth, financial growth, physical growth that pushes our growth edge. That's when we feel vital. That's when we feel alive, because life, the whole point of life, what life loves to do, and this is why we have evolved to become the people that we are, is because it is constantly pushing on the edges of its own experience and pushing on the edges of its own existence to see what else it can create, what else it can bring into manifestation by using its very self as the creative point for pulling in from the future and gravitating the fabric of the universe into a certain point for it to become matter, for it to become this teapot above my head. But to become a specialist at that, to become someone who achieves these things that we see, all these incredible athletes and people who have dedicated their lives to really connecting and having a sense of ownership and a relationship with their body, needs discipline and determination and devotion, true devotion. So it's not a miracle. It's not, that they're so super talented or that they're so different to you and me. No. But they have a driving passion and devotion and force within themselves that takes them again and again to the joy of the growth edge so that they can get there and see what lies beyond. But if we want to continue to flounder in what we know, what we feel safe in, and there are various reasons for that, disappointments, traumas, hurts that make us feel like we are just grateful to be safe where we are, and I just can't deal with the prospect of entering the unknown once again, because I was burnt. I have been burnt. And I don't want to suffer anymore. So we even see or perceive the dedication and the work that it takes to be living at that growth edge as pain and suffering. And we feel that we have been in pain and we've suffered so much already that we just can't take anymore. So before being able to access that growth edge and all of the budding beauty and the pioneering spirit that comes with it, and that's not just on the level at which you're on the edge, it filters into all levels of everything. Your relationships, your family life, your fashion sense, everything. The way you clean your house, the way you walk, everything. Everything is on the growth edge when one thing is on the growth edge. But before feeling safe enough to be living a life where you are open-armed and the wind is blowing from the back of you and you're just going like this, and you have the strength of your body to not be thrown down by the wind or to be buffeted around, but you are now a kite and you have the ability to work with your body and listen to your body and command your body as necessary, because you have been in a devoted and disciplined relationship with it. Then, so before you can get to this point of freedom, multidimensional freedom, you have to go in and and speak to the suffering. And speak to the suffering that wants to avoid more suffering, which is not suffering when you get there. And speak to the trauma that wants to avoid being traumatized, which is not trauma when you get there. But it doesn't know that it is, because it is so enshrouded in itself. It is so self-absorbed. It cannot see anything but its own magnitude. Because that trauma was huge when you were this small. That suffering was great when you were not equipped to see it for what it was and to know that that was not you. So everything that we have internalized along the course of our journey has to be unpacked and healed before we can then start taking ourselves into challenging situations and see them as flying like a kite in the wind, as opposed to, oh, what's going on? I just want to go back to bed. Like that. So I encourage you all to just feel your vitality. Feel yourself how you get out of bed in the morning. Do you feel ready to go? How you feel as you get out of the shower? How you feel when you're in the shower? Are you feeling the shower, or are you like everything? Feel, and feel some more, and your feelings will tell you everything about yourself. Your feelings will tell you everything you need to know to change, to heal, to grow, and to change, to heal, to grow us all. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.